Jai Radha Madhava गिरिवरधारी जयो गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजना वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन जयो व्रजजालरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रजजालरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन जयो यादो हरि जय गुरवे जय यमुना तीरवना Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Shaiva Devim Saraswati Tato Jayamudite Narayan Bhadre Nityam Vatase Bhagavate Krishna Sudevaya Nanda Nanda Gopa Namo Namah. Chapter 14. So this is one of the concluding verses of the forest of material enjoyments. It summarizes life and the path of Maharaj. We are reading text 43. Yo dustyajan darasutan suhid rajyam vidispisha jaho yuvaiva malavat uttama shlokalalasa yo dustyajan darasutan suhid rajyam vidispisha jaho yuvaiva malavat uttama shlokalalasa yo dustyajan darasutam suhrid rajyam vidis jaho yuveva malavat uttama shlokalalasa. Please repeat. Mataji's. Word to word meaning. Yaha. The same Jada Bharat, who was formerly Maharaj Bharat, the son of Maharaj Rishabdev. Dushtyajan, very difficult to give up. Darasutan, the wife and children, are the most opulent family life. Suhurit, friends and well-wishers. Rajyam, a kingdom that extended all over the world. Riti Sprishaha, that situated within the core of one's heart. Jahau, he gave up. Yuva, Iva, even young man. Malavat, like stool. Uttama Shloka Lalasa, who was very fond of serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Uttama Shloka. While in the prime of life, the great Maharaj Bharat gave up everything because he was fond of serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Uttama Shloka. He gave up his beautiful life, great friends, enormous empire. Although these things, Maharaj Bharat was so exhausted that he gave them up just as one gives up stool after evacuating. Such was the great majesty. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. We did not repeat the purport. The name of God is Krishna because he is so attractive that the pure devotee can give up everything in the world on his behalf. Maharaj Bharat was an ideal king, instructor, and emperor of the world. He possessed all the opulences of the material world. But Krishna is so attractive that he attracted Maharaj Bharat from all his material possessions. Somehow or the other, the king became affectionate to a little deer, and falling from his position, had to accept the body of a deer in his. Due to Krishna's great mercy upon him, He could not forgive, and he could understand he had fallen. Therefore, in the next life, as Jada Bharat, Maharaj Bharat was careful not to spoil his energy. Therefore, he presented himself as a deaf and dumb person. In this way, he could concentrate on his devotional service. We have to learn from the great King Bharat how to become cautious in cultivating Krishna consciousness. A little inattention will retard our devotional service for the time being. Yet, any service rendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is never lost. This is Bhagavad Gita 240, in chapter 40th verse. Little devotional service rendered sincerely is a permanent asset. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Tvaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam hari anapatoti tato yatra kvapapavadram abuddhamusyakim govardha aptu bhajatam swadharmata. Somehow or the other, if one is attracted to Krishna, whatever he does in devotional service is a permanent asset. Even if one falls down due to immaturity or bad association, his devotional assets are never lost. There are many examples of this. Ajamila, the movement, is giving everyone devotional service. Will serve on an impetus to one's life successful. In this verse, described much best slow full 6 opulences, which is a reputation. Aishwaryasya samakras Viryasya yashashya. Krishna's reputation is ever expanding. We are spreading glories of Krishna by bringing forward this movement. Krishna's reputation 5,000 years after Kurukshetra expanded the universe. Every important individual within this world have heard of Krishna is at the moment due to the consciousness movement. If people do not like us, suppress the movement, are also somehow they are chanting Hare Krishna. Say, Hare Krishna. Such people do not realize that criticize is a chance that is success. Shri Chaitanya स्थापितं येन स्वयं रूपा कदा स्वपदा वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना रघुनाथामृतं तं सहितं चैतन्यदेव कृष्णपाद स्वते देवे निरविशेष नमो अवदन्याय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्याय नमः। हे करुणा सिंधु जगत्पते हे श्री राधाकांत अंगी श्री देवी प्रणमा हरि प्रिय निवासाय परमा बलभद्राय नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे शरणं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे क्रोधीनतारं परमानन्दमाधवं चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। The glories, the process of bhakti, devotional service are limitless. And in trying to estimate the boundaries and the limits, of devotional service, the attempt to find the bounds makes the bound. Therefore, Prabhupada, at the beginning of Bhagavatam itself, mentioned that the science of devotional service, the Srimad Bhagavatam, is so powerful that it can convert or transform a man into a pure devotee. Shastras explain the glories of devotional service. It's given as when it comes to devotional service of the Lord, one should rush, dash like a mad elephant, charging towards the lotus feet of the Lord, irrespective irrespective of the trajectories, irrespective of the obstacles. That's how the Shastras are calling. And that's how the process of bhakti has to be undertaken. Like a mad elephant charging towards the Supreme Lord. Just to pictorially understand a bit, it's just like, the ferocious, mountainous Mahavitrasur, 6th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, charging towards the demigods in fight. Was Maharaj Vritrasur charging towards the demigods or against the demigods? Srila Prabhupada reveals in the purports, Maharaj Vritrasur was charging towards the Supreme Lord, but the demigods came in the way, they got fearful. So they thought, let's be aside. No? So they became so fearful and stunned and motionless. What was Maharaj charging? Watching it, he was to the Supreme. Is so powerful. Chancellor say to the process of blindly the sweet of the, he will reach his destiny. Therefore, he is the scorer for the नाम ज्ञान धापते खुद अमुष्या को तो भजन धर्मता. So devotion of it comes of bhakti, just the institution of devotion, that is said, and the fear of others are okay. Walk down. If I sleep, it's going to happen. The Shastras are telling, don't worry about it. Because when we try to embark, we see that the immediate and the lasting experience we get is turbulence. The experience of bhakti is turbulence. Be immediately, as soon as the even start getting, people start ridiculing, people start opposing. to face the man of opposition from without and as well. It seems all the anarthas in the whole world are getting installed inside. Turbulence. So therefore, hey, that take up the next gear or not? Should I gear up, gear down, in speed, restore it, take a pizza, drink some, and come back? I do kind of do. Translate of this verse. Why? Because the verse, I mean, it's a beautiful verse. The verse is powerful and exciting because it says that Maharaj Bharat, what did he do? Such was his great. He he gave up his children. He gave up of kingdom, limitless treasures, and riches. Like a person leaves after evacuation, not even looking at it. Powerful, and it instigates a great amount for yes. Let's take the step towards Krishna. Anything. So the work, uh, but within no time, the scene changes. You see, Mahabharat is attached to a deer. So the deer became deer, and no, no deer. So when we looks at that, immediately gives immediately one, hey, better give a break. Let's give a break. The Maharaj Bharat junk or should I not? So there we should not worry. There should be hurry. There should be hurry. And should be there. What is a barometer? What is a matrix? To highlight this point, the Shastras also says the path of devotional service. Shurasya dhara reserves it. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada explains all the different various aspects of this amazing science of devotional service in his explanation. Prabhupada is highlighting various aspects in the purport. And if you see, these aspects very powerfully reconcile or very powerfully manifest or explain to us, reveal to us various aspects about devotional service. Anything, a little service, permanent. Anything, permanent, that's it. Any amount of devotional service, it is a permanent. Little service, at least one time, because it will be the glorious and so Krishna to move his name. Never go in vain. Then what happened? So, to highlight as that the amount of devotional service the Lord chose Bharat Maharaj time. Demonstrate practicing business and to offer blessing. Any amount of sincerity is needed. There, there, uh, there was Maharaj. Prabhupada and Bharat Maharaj. Uh, see the chapter, we see Bharat Maharaj and he's doing all the duties, all the duties which a king is supposed to execute. He is engaged in yajnas for the welfare of his citizens, welfare, and because he's a uh, and explains he's in Uttara kingdom, spiritual development of the citizen. Even and this being the case, even for the material because of his practice of sincere devotional service, Bharat Maharaj, how he was blessed, today's showing how he was unlimitedly blessed because he could gather that much momentum. Uh, what is momentum? Leave anything bizarre. Prabhupada is explaining momentum means attraction towards Krishna. He could develop that much fondness and attraction towards Krishna that all the material opposites became him. This was Krishna's. This is how Krishna unlimitedly blesses a devotee. So one of the falashruti of practice of bhakti, or you can say the automatic falashruti of the practice of bhakti is two: knowledge and vairagya. fact, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vairagya Vidyam Nija Bhakti Yogam, the devotional service to the lotus feet of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Vairagya Vidya. So that means the practical execution of devotional service automatically lead to renunciation. But this is not dry renunciation. That is not jumping in the vacuum. It's not paragliding. This uh, uh, this is actually jumping from the material into the spiritual realm. From to, to the glorious ocean, oceanic, filled with oceanic happiness, spiritual terrain. That's a jump, is it not? And this is the element of mercy. That's the point. So, no doubt that the practice of bhakti is powerful. Therefore, one feels blinded in devotional service. One is not able to understand what is the way ahead. There are clouds of conditionings which are blinding the person. Still, one can rush towards Krishna. There is no problem. That's the point. Now, what is the second installment of mercy? Second level of mercy. Now, Bharat Maharaj, after having after being blessed by devotional service, it's a mistake, and which doesn't make it. No. Uh, he doesn't make his residence in the association of devotees. He's all alone. And owing to that big mistake, Bharat Maharaj lands up in trouble. So you see, devotional service very holistic, and devotional service is a great science. So Bharat Maharaj commits a great mistake on his part. The Lord's mercy. If you go through Bhagavatam, the verses of Bhagavatam, how Bharat Maharaj got signals after signals. He got signals. Very cherished devotional service, which was his life and soul, because of which the ruling of the entire kingdom. Very practical service being out of his hand. So this program. So when there is when the discrepancy gets so much aggravated that it comes in the morning program, that means it's a very big signal. A big signal. Holistic keep remembrance of the deer even at the last moments of the life. But the next point, which what second level? Where do we understand that? Where do we understand that Krishna, that bhakti is a permanent asset? We understand because although he remember his now, so you can understand that spoken about if but after having undertaken and those last year, the point. towards Krishna, then what is supposed to be done now? The Prabhupada is like, only one thing. What is that one thing? Be alert. The but reconcile dhara. For one should therefore there should be this zeal to actually go forward. One should be attentive and alert. And Prabhupada is explaining a little inattention will retard devotional service. Prabhupada doesn't put a full stop there. No, Prabhupada is not saying a little inattentiveness will finish off devotional service. Prabhupada is saying a little inattention will retard devotional service, and there also there is not full stop. Prabhupada says for the time being. For the time being. So Krishna is going to play his role. The Lord's mercy is going to uncover. And the same thing happened to the Ajamila. The Ajamila's example is quoted here. Ajamila did everything to mess it up. Nothing was remaining. Nothing was remaining to mess up a very glorious resume. Nothing was remaining. Every single iota and drop of it was messed up. So much so that even he was not aware that once upon a time he was a devotee. Like that. And no, everybody would have forgotten also. No, Krishna didn't forget. That is the point. So this is the amazing aspect of bhakti which is being spoken about actually. So many times, so this is the amazing aspect of bhakti which is being spoken about actually. So now the aspect is that Bharat Maharaj gave up everything at his pronunciation. He renounced the material appearances. But he gave up owing to the force of attraction towards Krishna. Now the next question which comes here is that, now, how does it work? Does one get attracted to Krishna first? Thus he is able to give up the material entanglements, material attachments. Or one gives up material attachments, and because of that, there is attraction towards Krishna. Because if attraction towards Krishna is natural, then it's like an attraction for iron filings towards a magnet. So if you remove the rust of the conditioning, then automatically one will get attracted towards Krishna. So how does it work? Should one feel attraction for Krishna first to be able to give up material attachments? Or should one first give up material attachments to get attracted to Krishna? Interesting, huh? So, the Acharyas in the Shastras explain the initiative has to be taken from the sadhaka side. So the greatness of Bharat Maharaj comes from the point that yes, when he was a king, although he had all kingly duties, but he was not at all inattentive towards his spiritual duties. He added Krishna more and more in his life when he was a king. So when he was a king, he added Krishna more and more in his life. And when he added Krishna, he could see the path. So when he added Krishna and stretched and squeezed to create space for Krishna, with the coming and manifestation of Krishna progressively, even more space was created. And therefore Bharat Maharaj was elevated to that extent that he could madly charge towards the Supreme Lord. That is the point.
So therefore, actually, devotional service begins from what point devotional service has to begin? It says, the Lord is explaining from wherever you are, you can begin devotional service. Just go on adding Krishna. So that initiative and that enthusiasm has to be there from a devotee's side to add Krishna in one's life. Postponing is not going to work. That's the point. The postponing is not going to work. Many times I postpone because I'm a student. How can I take to proper gear? Then you say because I'm working, how can I take to the proper gear? So this postponing loop is never going to get built. And therefore, if Krishna has to be added in our life, Krishna is explaining has to be added today and now. And that initiative that the devotee has to do. And the devotee has to take that initiative. And when that initiative is taken, so from whichever platform one is at, one has to start practicing add Krishna in one's life. Sometimes people say, okay, my life is so hectic, what should I do? Your life is already so hectic, why can't you add Krishna also? Anyway, it's hectic, no? For a person for whom life is hectic, to make it a little more hectic won't make a problem. For a person who is on a vacation, suppose he's tanning his skin on the beach, if you give him 12 hours job, he won't be able to take it up. There's too much of jump for him. If somebody is already working 12 hours, why can't you add work 2 more hours? Not a big problem. Anyway, the salary increment is there for 5 lakhs, then one will be ready to work 2 more hours. So the point is that it's not that, so Krishna has to be added in whatever we are. That will give us, by Krishna's mercy, the Vivek Shakti to actually position oneself also properly so that Krishna consciousness can take place more fervently. But it has to begin from this platform, wherever we are. Like I remember when I was, so when we had got the software job, we were really frightened to take a software job because we used to see that these MNC companies, people go at 8 o'clock in the morning, come back at 9 o'clock in the night, and they come back in the night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night, they're like, finished, It's like a dead body coming back, Yeah. And then, because of taking Timur Prasad and speaking with the devotees in the morning, Mangalarti and all, they come back to life again next morning, But again, they get started and come back. So, very fearful scene actually. So, I was also very fearful. My God, this business is very bad business, And what is going to do? So, then one day Radha Shampoo had called us. Radha Shampoo was very nice. Radha Shampoo said, there are certain kind of people, he was explaining. He was explaining to me. He was saying, there are certain kind of people, and they have a kind of enthu. They have a certain kind of enthu. And I was noting it down. There are certain kind of people and there was certain kind of enthu. So, and then Rajan was telling, what kind of enthu they have? They come back from their office at 8:30 in the night. So then I was saying, they come back from the office at 8:30 in the night. And then Rajan was saying, go and take a quick bath, not 10 minutes, 8:40. And then what do? You take a little history prasad, power prasad, like that, 10 minutes, and at 8:50 p.m. they go out for fishing. So 8:50, they go out for follow, they go out for fishing, and they come back at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I understood this is what Rashid was instructing me. Don't give excuses. They are a hectic company and all that. So that's the point actually. So one has to take that forward gear actually. So we see that these in this festival and so many we are hearing from so many wonderful devotees like Maharaj, and this point was coming. Yesterday we were also highlighting this point of association. And yes, association is very powerful, and association actually inspires us and uplifts us. But the point is that so inspiration and upliftment. But inspiration requires preservation. And upliftment requires stabilization. So association is very powerful, but unless we take this initiative to serve, that stretch, that initiative to serve, the inspiration will wane off. And that upliftment will not turn out. It has to be stabilized. So one can reach the terrace, but one should not jump down. No. So maybe one can put so how to preserve oneself from jumping down? Maybe one can make nice walls on the terrace. It should not be routed because one is walking on the mobile. One will fall off. That's how Maya sometimes. So therefore one keeps boundaries. Okay, this is etiquette. This is dharma. These are the principles of dharma. This is my domain area to play. If I go out, like in sports, go out, the domain, the line is foul. You're out. So that's the point actually. So this kind of enthusiasm is required on the part of the sadhaka. This kind of enthusiasm, forward step is required on the part of the sadhaka. So yes, so a combination of association and initiative is going to work very good. And that's exactly what. So in case of Bharat Maharaj, who instructed Bharat Maharaj? From where he got the instructions about spiritual life? He got it from the Lord Rishabdev himself. So he has got a very good training, he got a very good nourishment, he got a very good association, and Bharat Maharaj was practicing. He was enthusiastic, and because of that, he could move forward. Now, he could move forward. So now the point is that now the next so he could move forward. So yes, in terms of I will quickly touch upon these phases, which actually can even teach us how to cultivate this attraction for the Lord. So yes, it's not with association, but a combination of association and initiatives. That is the first and the most important step. Secondly, the growth in Krishna consciousness always has to be holistic. One-sided growth is not going to work out. We saw that in the life of Bharat Maharaj. So Bharat Maharaj expanded, but he did not expand on all the frontiers. He left the kingdom, wonderful. But so he added, he expanded on the aspect of bhajan, wonderful. He expanded on the aspect of tapasya, wonderful. But he did not expand on the aspect of sangha. He did not expand on the aspect of seva, and that's why it got a crash. Bhakti or devotional service has to be holistic. So this is the second point which the sadhaka has to be very careful and yes, the growth has to be holistic. Bhakti is rather a moment-to-moment process. And the moment-to-moment Saranagati, we are going to get clarity. So one has to always understand that it has to be a holistic process. Then the next point we learn from Bharat Maharaj's past time and episode is this aspect of attentiveness. That one has to be alert and attentive. So it's a vehicle which is driving, and we have to drive towards Krishna at every given point of time. We have to drive away from obstacles. Obstacles are going to come. Obstacles are going to come. Maya is going to come every now and then. Maya is going to knock the door every now and then. It's not that Maya doesn't come to a devotee. Maya does come to a devotee as well. Rather, it comes more sometimes. So Maya is going to come. So one has to be attentive and drive. So alertness and attentive. That is the reason you see in his final life, Bharat Maharaj. Now when he is there as Jada Bharat Maharaj is deaf and dumb to material aspects. Actually, every sadhaka has to be like that, deaf and dumb to what's happening in the material world. What flavors, what fashions, one has to be deaf and dumb to that. Doesn't matter. A deaf ear, deaf and dumb. Neither speaking about material affairs nor hearing about material affairs. So Bharat Maharaj is showing by his pastime that this is the meaning of attentiveness actually. That one has to be deaf and dumb. One has to be deaf and dumb. And then the final point which we understand from this episode or Bharat Maharaj's pastime is that you see there is wonderful lesson which he teaches in his whole life, the final life as well. That is the how to steer, how to be attentive. Bharat Maharaj is sure. He was not at all after okay, let me capture Krishna also a little bit material also. So Bharat Maharaj don't take chances. Don't take chances. Be alert. Drive away from material. Krishna will give us signals. And if we are in association, we get signals very quick. But one should take heed of these words. That is the point. So that's the meaning of alertness and attentiveness. That we get a signal, better we mold ourselves, better we drive off from the material fabrics of the field. The material aspect, the material glitter, the voluminized material glitter, and drive towards the roots. And then we see Bharat Maharaj Masnai. The other thing what we see in Maharaj Jadabharat's episode is Maharaj Jadabharat's phenomenal preaching to Prabhu Maharaj. And in fact, this verse comes from the 14th chapter, in the glorious description of the forest of Madhya. So, such a powerful, and chapter 20, that description comes, chapter 14 is a bit elaboration. It's again, Maharaj Jadabharat is explaining this. So, Maharaj Jadabharat is powerful preaching. Actually, we can understand actually that being an instrument in the preaching mission of the Lord is a very safe stand. As a Mahaprabhu said, 𝐕 one of the important principles that we have. But okay, when we are engaged in being an instrument and working hard and running around to assist in the preaching mission of the Lord, it's a very safe platform. So this component has to be added. You see, in 3 lines of Maharaj Jadabharat, you will see all these components. And therefore, if we do an integral over these 3 lines, we can understand that what all is required to an essential component to go back to Maharaj. Here you see that Maharaj is a powerful, So yes, that's the point. So now he could have had these components in that life itself. Even as a saint, he could have gone back to his kingdom and preached. Narottam Das Thakur did that. Narottam Das Thakur was a prince. And Narottam Das Thakur was a prince. And he became such a Mahabhagavad, he developed that great ecstasy. He had that mercy in the Padma river and he became gloriously effulgent. But then Narottam Das Thakur studied under Jiva Goswami, and he came back for preaching, and he went back to his own kingdom. And now, because in his own kingdom, he already had a position, and he used that position to make everybody into a devotee. The point. If Bharat Maharaj could have done that, probably he would not have landed up in an accident. Like that. But the point is, you see, these are essential components of how to drive or how to develop that cultivate that passion towards the Supreme Lord. So we stop here. Prabhupada,
we know we don't want to achieve, we have to somehow engage ourselves in that activities. So how can we practically get that down to the reason that we don't want to still we are decided to. So how can you become that?
So the question is that we have spent a good amount of time in college studies, and there are so there are a lot of material inputs all around, and many times they do YouTube lectures. So how to remain different? That's the point. That when one is in the material energy in the college scenario as a student, how to remain different? The same thing is true for a company and a working devotee also. So how to remain different? Is there actually that how to say what is it? The point what is it that the point what is said is that till the time we keep on defending, it is going to get tough. The best form of defense is attack. So what does it mean? It means that it means that when we are in our workplace, in the college, or in the when we are in the workplace, in the college, or in a working scenario, it is best to be very active preaching. So much so, people have the point, people understand, okay, if this person starts speaking, he will coax me towards this one, like that. That's how, so before they start their tape recorder, we should start our tape recorder. Like that. That's very powerful. That works out very powerfully. And so that way, we don't have to take, so that's what, we don't have to be a part of the world to be able to exist. We can demonstrate a greater world to anyone whom we do. That's the whole point. So in that case, so that sort of orientation is going to be very nice, and you will see people will reciprocate. People are going to reciprocate. So in a college scenario, it's not that everybody is talking about whatever subject matter, and one should always find out people and teach to them. So yes, and others are also taking us to find out. If you look at any innocent person, you can find out take them in a corner and preach one on one. So many mundane talks will be going on, but here is no more doing a mundane talk. One by one, we can help people. And you will see, interestingly, all the way everything from our direction. But you will see very interestingly, and many people will start disobeying us. Right? So therefore, we should not be, and in regard to YouTube lecture, we are going to be very careful about YouTube. So, I should be careful for YouTube, especially when we are in internet. It is good if we are not, alone in a private room. Then, when we are hearing a college lecture, we will end up seeing it. So one should be very careful. So one of the aspects, that's why Krishna is one of the things that we practice or which we should practice is not to be a perfect. Now, if you are devotees, then you will not misuse people. Be careful with that. And these are the points. I think mic is not set up. So, maybe you can come ahead.
Somebody can say, when it is good, but if he does not accept that, he is standing for it. But you can see it, we are accepting it, but there are some persons with whom we are sharing our services, and they are not doing anything, but they are just doing information. That we do this in a distance. So how to overcome it? Only does not that we get a kind of credit or but at least we want space. We even want like I will not suppose somebody is telling me to think of one meter.
Okay, so is your question when you are doing service with other devotees, and if other devotees are not enthusiastic, you may feel a bit choked up and lack of space. That's the question. So how to drive in that?
You are doing your service, but others are not cooperating. Others are not doing that. They are not doing that. They are artists, but they are just coming and telling us that we should do this. They are
Okay. So other devotees are not playing their part properly, and they're doing some sort of hypocrisy, and not necessarily this, they're dumping it on us. That is the question. So if other devotees are doing some sort of good you see the dubbing is you are not going to. Actually, the point is, well, you should be happy about it because you're reading more silver. So, you see, it is not that if service is recognized, then only it's service. Recognized, unrecognized, service is service. The service will get mercy. Now, you are watching. What do they keep standing? What are they doing? They're watching. Take notes. So now seniors are not watching, but proper is watching, proper sitting moderator. The Lord is watching. So service is recognized, unrecognized. The effect is the same. The effect is the same. Now, this is first thing. Now, okay, if you are getting more seva, our part also, other part also. Very nice. So one can see. Now coming to the other aspect, the hypocrisy and so actually we have to understand that you see we all are all growing devotees. So because of growing devotees, every devotee may have some limitation, or maybe for the time being, it may not be a permanent limitation also, but for the time being, because of circumstances, probably spaced out, probably a bit tired, probably a bit spread out, a bit despondent, not about good marks in there, not about a good grade, something like that. So there may be many other things because of which may be temporarily not in a good healthy state. Like that. Now, so when we interpret this see that then it's very good on our part to actually behave very nicely. Behave very nicely. If we behave nicely, respectfully, gracefully, and diligently do the service, in that way we can help the other devotees also. So that's the point. Why to do this? Why to take that extra age in this case? Why? Because tomorrow we will be that. That we are tried out and we are not getting approved, that they would not coming to serve, but then other service or handle they are not so much, they are taking it. The other devotee will reciprocate back in the class. So in this way, the sangha of devotees, it's not that enthusiasm we have at in our heart is only because of us. It's because of the association and so many factors. Because it is also borrowed. So then what is the harm in sharing it? That's how we should feel it. So rather than being critical about it, and rather than so sometimes our evaluation judgment may be mistaken also. Even if they are true, let's act as a nice, humble and graceful. Like that's going to be a very good service. Many times if we say, okay, Vaishnava don't give service, you are seeing an opportunity to serve.
Jai.